Virtual audio cable. What is it? How do you install it? And how can you use it on your dual PC live stream? This is Pun the Frugal Streamer, and I'm going to show you just how to do it. So stay tuned. All right, guys, before we get into all the good tutorial juiciness of virtual audio cables, I wanted to say thank you. Look, I'm almost 8,000 subscribers as of today. I wanted to make sure that you are aware of my other social media channels, so you can click on my Twitch, my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Discord. Make sure you sign up and go on there, as I do put out a lot of information. And also the community tab here, I am filling you in on things as I learn them, including news, videos upcoming, all that good stuff. So please make sure you check that out. Now let's go ahead and get on to the tutorial. All right, so we need to go to vb-audio.com. We need to download the virtual audio cable. So let's go there, and you are going to go to your audio apps, and then the first tab here is virtual audio cables. It's right where you want to go. All right, so you got 3 cables that you can download. I would recommend at a minimum, everybody, especially if you're using Voicemeeter Potato, you really might only need to download this free one. So just simply click on the download, save it, or, save file, or open it, whatever you need to do. And once you get it installed, then at that point, it's just a matter of unzipping and extracting the files, and then we can install the virtual audio cable. So you have that free one. The other 2 are down here. If you donate US money, okay, you can get the A and B cables for a total of 3. The key with these other 2 is they are separate programs, separate apps. So you have to install each one separately, and you have to do them all the same way, as I will show you here in a few minutes. But you can get them for a minimum of $4.17 in the US, or €5 if you are a general user. Okay, so anyway, and the point is that the first virtual audio cable is free. The other 2, if the first one works for you, then you can come back and pay for these other 2. Anyway, if you're running Voicemeeter Banana and you want to run the dual PC setup that I teach, then you will need these other 2. But with Voicemeeter Potato, you can kind of get away with using just one. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and switch over now and get these puppies installed. So I've already unzipped most of these. So let's go. I'm going to open file folder location here. All right, guys. So once you get the VB audio files extracted, and you can go now, you should be able to get to your folder. Click on your folder, and you have a couple different options here. You have the 32-bit setup file. You have the 64-bit. Most people are probably going to use 64-bit. If you're running on a 32-bit Windows and you need to use this, if you are, you really need to update your stuff, because X264 has been around forever, and honestly, you shouldn't be running 32-bit anymore. So anyway, 64-bit is what I'm going to install. So what you need to do, you need to right-click on it and run this as an administrator. Do not just normally run this. If you do, it will not install properly. So run as administrator. Get on through any pop-ups, and you should get this window here. Okay. When you get this, you should click on install driver, and you should get this little pop-up: installation complete and successful. You might reboot your system to finalize installation. Typically you shouldn't have to do that. So let's go ahead and we will close this. Now I will go ahead. I have A and B. All right, yeah. So I have VB Audio A and B already here too. I've uninstalled those, so I'm going to go ahead and install those and do that too. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for B. Right-clicking, running as administrator. Really simple, quick process. It does not take long at all. Okay, and now I have 3 cables installed. So I'm going to show you what you can do. So I am running Voicemeeter. As you can see here, I've already got Discord plugged in. So I'm going to reselect. It's probably not correct because I had uninstalled it without changing this. So you can use a virtual audio cable, if you're using Voicemeeter, Banana, Potato, or the straight up Voicemeeter, you can use a virtual audio cable to connect between a piece of software and Voicemeeter. Okay. A virtual audio cable simply is an application that emulates a physical cable, and it connects two pieces of software together. And with the way Windows 10 is now, it really is two pieces of software that has audio. You can patch the audio between the two, which is really neat. So I am using Voicemeeter, and this is why I would use virtual audio cables, but there's other instances we'll talk about here soon where you don't need to. Okay, so you got my window or my cable A here. I'm using. It is currently inputting into Voicemeeter, and then I will take my Discord and I'll use that my output from Discord to go into cable A. So I will click on settings. I'll go to voice and video, and the output device, you got to find it in the list here. And sometimes it can be a little difficult, but here is cable A. And the great thing about Discord is it has a little thing where you can talk into it, and it works wonderfully. So let's go ahead and try. There we go. I have the right one now. So now I'm working, and you can see, let me turn that off. So you can see there is a signal coming into Voicemeeter now. So the cable is working. Yay. All right. And that is how that works. Very simple. All right. I'll turn the test off so I don't have to listen to myself. But that's just one way that you can use virtual audio cables. Another way you can do it, and I will use OBS as an example. I'll bring up OBS Studio. Let me minimize that. All right. So I have a music source set up in OBS Studio. I also like to use Spotify to play music. Or if you wanted to do Firefox and you wanted, or Chrome and you wanted to run YouTube music, you could do that. So let's do that. Let's go to YouTube, and I will go and let's pull up my favorite NCS group, which is Bass Rebels. I recommend, if you are wanting to stream music, to use Bass Rebels because they're just awesome. If you like EDM, that is non-copyright, and they are streaming right now. Let's click on that. We'll get some good music going in here. And all right, so we'll go ahead and get in Voicemeeter. We're going to go ahead and turn the desktop audio down here first so it's not blowing you out. So what we want to do now is we want to bring the music into this physical channel in Voicemeeter here. So I'm going to switch this over to cable B. That's the cable we're going to use here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll bring that over. And what we're going to do is, because Windows 10 allows you to do this now, we're going to go into app-specific audio. So it's very easy to find. You go open there. Most people will have this where they can open sound settings, and you're going to click on that. When you click on that, then you can go in app-specific audio settings and find your browser. So I'm using Firefox here. So I'm going to go and select Firefox and change the default over to cable B. And that will be on the output of Firefox. So when you select that, then what we should have, we should be able to patch the music straight into Voicemeeter using that cable, if you follow me there. All right, so now I have done that. So let's go ahead and look, and I should have music in this channel, which I do. And you can see the volume there, and I can listen to it in my headphones if I wanted to. And it's really neat. Now, what's cool about this too is that you can also use virtual audio cable to send music to your stream. In this case here, this is the example that I use in my dual PC live stream, where you can use the cable to send to multiple different pieces of software at the same time. So think of this almost like a Y, one single output or one single input coming from the output of a piece of software, and then you are creating two outputs of the cable to go into two separate inputs of software. So here I've got one output of the cable going into Voicemeeter. The other output of the cable I will send to OBS. So I will go here and go down to the list, and we use cable B. I will select cable B. And now here is my music. Now, what is cool about this is that I can now control volume in two separate places. So if you wanted to listen to music, if I wanted my viewers to listen to music on the stream, but I didn't, I could set the volume in OBS to a certain level that the viewers can enjoy and not be super loud. And then I can go and turn down or, minimize the music volume in voice meter that's going to my headphones. That way I can still kind of listen to the music if I wanted to, or if I didn't, I could just mute it, and it not affect the live stream. Okay, so that's another way that you can use VACs, but you don't even have to use voice meter, and I will show you that right now. As I will, I can go ahead and you can see I can just remove. And if you wanted to run just a virtual audio cable straight OBS for music, you could. So another thing that you can do, if you don't have voice meter, and you could use these cables, okay, to patch Discord or TeamSpeak or whatever you use over here too. So if you wanted to do that, all you would need to do on OBS or Streamlabs OBS is to create an audio input capture source. Okay. So you go there and we will make this, and let's call it Discord. And just go select the cable that we use. In this case, we used cable A. Okay. And so now we have a Discord channel. Okay. And what we'll do is we can then bring up Discord again. Do the same thing we did before with the voice and settings. And you can see there that it's showing up in Discord, which is awesome. So let me stop that now. And that's just another way that you can use a cable. You don't need a voice meter to do that. And it's really handy if you're one of the NDI users that I've been teaching about, how to stream without voice meter. This is how you can set up all your audio in OBS, and then you can just send it over to NDI to your stream PC, and then you have a single source in your stream PC that you can then, just stick in OBS, and you have all your audio that you can then send out to your stream. Or if you wanted to even get crazier, you can then use it to, you can use and do dedicated audio NDI feeds using each of these sources if you wanted to do that. Tons of different options there. So that's it, guys. That's virtual audio cable in a nutshell. It is really easy to use, easy to set up, provided you follow the instructions. As I said, remember the run as administrator. Okay. The old video, probably one of the most popular videos I have ever done in this channel. It's reached nearly 150,000 views. The old virtual audio cable, I've got countless people commenting that they do not work. They do not work. I just can't get them to work. And then I ask them, did you run as administrator like the video says? Oh, okay. So please run as administrator. Please, I'm telling you, that's what you got to do. You don't necessarily need to restart your computer every time. If you want to do that, then yeah, sure. I think it might help with the labeling for voice meter if it sees it. But in any case, you can see that they work perfectly fine, and I haven't restarted anything. So, guys, thank you for watching. I hope the voice meter virtual audio cable tutorial and OBS and all that good stuff that I showed you how to use. I hope these virtual audio cables helped you out. All right, so please make sure you subscribe if you like this kind of information, these kind of tutorials, as this is what my channel is built on. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this. This is Punisher. You have a great rest of your week. We'll see you later. Bye.